Random question, but did Vaughn actually go to college?
Yes. He went to South Suburban College. What's that? South Holland? South Holland.
Yep.
Okay.
I never went to college. He went to college.
That's dope.
I had to realize that the other day. I'm like, I'm thinking like, damn. Well, out of everybody and all this shit people saying about Vaughn, he the only one went to college.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Him and his mama.
That's crazy.
And Sky.
And I'm
her.
back in college.
Okay.
Damn. So that means.
So you back in?
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
she back in college. I ain't
There
gonna
you go.
lie. I'm finna be rich. I ain't
Yeah.
going to college. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
feel it.
We're gonna have that
But-
degree under our belt. What you mean?
Shit, degree. When we die, you gonna have a degree?
Yep.
All right.
Put it
All right.
Hey, I feel it.
Yeah, he went to South Suburban College, and this will make me remember it because I was thinking about my grandma at the time, because she passed in 2022.
Oh, wow, it's recently. I'm sorry for
Yeah,
your
the
loss.
same. Yeah, the same as him. So,
Can you got that?
Okay.
It wasn't 2022.
no, 2022. It's also
Oh, as well. Clear that up. You said
2022. It's still recording, right?
Yeah, we
Y'all-
still recording.
Yeah, y'all see me. Y'all see the bloopers. Y'all ain't gotta stop that shit. Y'all know what I mean. 2022. 2 O's as well. Also, that's what that mean. Okay, I just cleared it up.
I
So
don't
yeah.
think so. Wait, what's the date? February? What is it? What's the date? The month?
What?
Your grandmother. What month did she pass in?
She passed April 14th. April 14th. She passed and Vaughn
Oh,
passed
in 2020.
She passed
November
first.
Okay, I got
6th, 2020. My grandma passed April 14th, 2020.
you. Okay, I got you.
Her brother passed August 1st, 2020.
Man,
Her daddy passed July 6th, 2020.
damn.
Her daddy wife passed February 2nd, 2020. Which means, what's that?
Seemed like it was 6 people. Somewhere in there.
It was back to back.
Back to back.
Back to back.
And what's crazy, we ain't never had no deaths like this in the family. Like, people would tell us, like, yeah, y'all family live a long time. Y'all still got grandmas. I ain't got no grandma. Shit like that. Everything happened in 1 year. 1 year. Literally.
So take me through the day, because I know prior, maybe a week before, a couple of days before Vaughn passed, he was in Dallas with Asian Doll. He had came down to Dallas. I saw Kenny B and them with him. I think they had hit up V Live for a little bit. He came.
You said Dallas?
Yeah, he had came down to visit Dallas. I don't know if it was like a month prior, but he was down there with Asian Doll. Cause
Is that what I was just talking about when they was together
Yeah.
at a strip club?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was down in Dallas.
And they was on live, and they wasn't in a relationship. They wasn't together at all.
Yeah. Take me through the day. What was your last conversation like with Vaughn before he passed, and how did y'all find out?
I talked to him the morning of, what you call it, the day before?
It's November 5th. You talked to November 5th.
November 5th. He was getting his hair done for that night. And he not sentimental, so when we chop it up, it just be, we telling each other what we doing, and we love each other, and it be that. But on this particular FaceTime call, I was at work, and I was watching him getting his hair done, and he real tender-headed, so he just steady oohing and ahhing. I'm like, damn, if she hurting you, tell her she hurting you. Like, you just sitting there. He like, I ain't gonna lie, you is hurting me. Could you be a little soft or whatever? So I was just sitting there watching him getting his hair done, which is unusual. Like, it's no soft shit with us. Like, we say we got to say, we love you. All right, we'll talk to you later. But he looking at me, and I'm just looking at him on the phone or whatever. And then I was working for CPS, so the principal ended up calling me on the intercom, and I told him, like, I gotta go. I'm gonna call you later. I love you. But it's just, we was just sitting there looking at each other. Like, we never did nothing like that. Like, just kept it,
That's crazy.
Yeah, so when he passed, like, that stuck with me, like, damn,
I got you.
Yeah, but, yeah, I talked to him that morning, the day he was getting
I
his
did
head
too.
done for that night.
And so
It's
what was
coincidence. When he called me, he was matter of fact, I ain't gonna lie, I called him. Now he ain't called me. I called him because that same November 5th, that's my cousin's birthday. That's our other cousin we grew up. Her name Misha. He just said don't mention her name in this interview.
Misha.
I don't give a fuck. That's my cousin Misha. It's her birthday November 5th. So the reason I called him to check on him too. That's number one. Number two is because I ain't heard from him like in a week before that. So number two, I called him because me and her having a conversation while we getting ready for her birthday. She like, I'm like, did you hear from did Devon tell you happy birthday? She like, no, he didn't. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, what
And
you
that's
mean?
the thing. Like, somebody gotta tell him about somebody's birthday.
He be forgetting.
Like, I
He
used
used
to
to
tell his
know in
mama,
jail.
like, somebody better remind him to call me on my birthday. But he remembered. It just took him a minute to call me. And like, it's so crazy because I didn't care about nobody else calling me on my birthday but him. Like, that's how I always been about him. Like, after I got that call about him, call from him, I'm cool. Like,
Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah. So, what I was gonna say, like, on his birthday. I mean, no, not on his birthday. On her birthday, I'm like, Devon call you. She like, nah, but you know I don't give a fuck. I'm like, but it's still a principle. Like, did he call you? So I'm like, did you say he send you something and all that? Cause you know
that's
he
your
be coming.
thing to say.
Did he send you something? Yeah, cause I'm like, he be coming through for everybody for their birthday nowadays. You know, we got our cousin a millionaire. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna ask.
Yeah.
But shit, I ain't really asked for shit like that. But I'm just saying, you know, I'm gonna ask. But I'm like, did he send you something for your birthday? She like, stop saying that because I don't give a fuck. My other cousin, she real stubborn, so she don't care. So she like, I'm like, I'm finna call him. I'm finna see if he answered the phone. He answered the phone. He got his head back. He getting his head done by some girl. He like, what's up? I'm like, what you want today? He like, shit, fuck you calling for? I'm getting my head done. I'm in Atlanta. You act like you out here. That's what he said. I'm like, I ain't say I was out there. I'm just saying, I'm just asking. I'm just checking on you. I'm asking what you doing. He like, I ain't no shit. Probably got a little show or something like that. But he like, his show was his album release party and top birthday. So he like, what the fuck y'all on? I'm like, we finna go to the mall in a minute because it's Misha's birthday. He like, oh shit, what the fuck y'all lame ass finna do? I'm like, I'm start laughing, you know, because that's his favorite
That's
word.
how
He call us lame, goofy.
Goofies.
That's his favorite words to call us, lame and goofy. And I started laughing because I really called him to play it off, to tell her happy birthday. And he like, man, y'all ass ain't no shit. Y'all finna be lame as hell for her birthday and shit like that. Just to call him, make her tell her happy birthday. So he never did, and shit like that. Cause he was, like she said, he tenderhead. He had his head back in his head done and shit like that. So we end up, you know, like Misha, like my cousin named Misha, she like just hang the phone up and shit like that, you know. So we go out and all of that, but I get the call at 2. I think in Atlanta it's 3. Is it?
I mean, if it
If
was
it's 2 out here, it's 3 out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's like 2:00, 2:43 to be exact out here. I'm asleep, but I see a missed call at 2:43. But I called 10 minutes later when I woke up and see my phone from Kayla, and she like, I called her back. She ain't answered. I called again. She answered. She like, I'm like, yeah, what's wrong? You calling me? Because, you know, I'm automatically thinking it's something because it's like, you in Atlanta and you calling me at this time and I'm in Chicago. So she like, yeah, she sleeps. So she like, yeah, I was calling you because Von had got shot one time, but Louis got shot and Slutty got shot. They saying that Louis and Slutty gone. But Von said he got shot one time. I'm like, what the fuck you mean Louis and Slutty gone? Like, what's going on? Like, what happened? Mad you. I started my clothing line in July. So I had my first photo shoot for Cruel Culture in November 6th, to be exact. It was coincidence. I had my first photo shoot November 6th. So I ended up having to like put it on hold because I'm like, I'm not gonna do no photo shoot because I hate getting bad news when I'm doing something. Like, I'm gonna put it on hold. So I found out that he good and he in the hospital and he good. And she like, he got shot one time. Come to find out he got shot 8 times.
Oh man.
He got shot 8 times and I'm like, and I didn't fucking, we got calls from his cousin saying that he good, y'all he good and this and that. And me and his baby mama, Missy, we on the phone. Missy's calling me back to back. I'm calling her this and that, letting her know updates like every 2 minutes and shit like that. She calling me. She like, Vonnie is his Vonnie is his daddy best friend son. That I thought it was his cousin. The whole time it's not his cousin. When I found out when he died, that's not even his real cousin. So, nope. And Vonnie, I don't fuck with you. You know I don't fuck with you. And there's some serious shit. You know I don't fuck with you. So what I was gonna say, I found out from his cousin, like, yeah, he like Von good. He only got shot one time. He in surgery right now. And I'm telling like Missy, like, I just heard that he's in surgery right now. He good and this and that. So
Stop right there.
everybody.
Baylo ended up informing everybody, you know, what was going on, because I didn't find out till the next morning, and I'm calling him to see, you know, what's going on, and he telling me like, you know, everybody's saying he good, he was fine doing his surgery, so you know,
Basically, everybody told her. Everybody that was there. Well, his mama flew. His mama was in my photo shoot. I didn't even know that she left. Like, I'm thinking this is gonna be a regular day. I didn't even know she left. I'm calling her phone because I'm hearing shit like from people, and she not answering on the voicemail the whole time. She on a plane on the way out there. Like cause somebody already told her. So like I said, Vonnie, he talking to me and Misi, telling us that Von good, he got shot one time, and this and that. Whole time he got shot 8 times, and I didn't even fucking know. But I'm feeling better inside my head, inside my heart, like, yeah, he good and this and that because, he told us he got shot once, he going through surgery, everything good and this and that. Whole time, seconds later, I'm not even knowing that you lied. He never got shot one time. He got shot 7 to 8 times. And I hear her in the kitchen crying, Sky. I heard her in the kitchen crying, saying that he gone and this and that. And I'm thinking like, what you mean he gone? Like, I just talked about it. What the fuck are you talking about? And she like, yeah, they saying he, like, she crying. Like, I can't even really get shit out her mouth. Like, she crying and shit like that. So I'm thinking like, what the fuck is you talking about? Because we just talked to Vonnie. He just told us this. He told me and his baby mama, Misi, the mother of his daughter. Like, Misi crying. I'm on the phone, like, nervous, fuck, literally shaking and this and that. Like, and then that's when they said he was gone and shit like that. And I'm thinking like, what the fuck you mean? It's unbelievable and shit like that. So we take we get on the plane like either the same day or the next day.
Because that day it wasn't no more flights.
Yeah, the next morning, to Atlanta to his house and shit like that. And like, Asian came over to console us and shit like that. That's why I fuck with her. She came. She came. Her and her sister and her sister daughter came over to. No matter what, Asian came over with her hair not done, sticking up, no makeup, nothing. Like, came over, like, making sure my mama was good. Everybody, like, she tried to take our man off, but we was like trying to do like, we was dancing and shit like that, trying to make not think about it and shit like that. But she came over, like, she came over.
We gonna go back to the day of when we land, cause we're not gonna skip that. I made it there first. And by me making it first, like, I was out of it. Like, I really wasn't, I couldn't, like, pay attention to everything. But when I first walked in, like, I had all his so-called friends, like, everybody saying, like, they trying to rush back to Chicago. Nobody consoled his mama upstairs. So that's the first thing I'm doing. We are going upstairs to check on her or whatever. So we hug her, we make it in. We still hear them arguing with the drivers about how they finna get back to the airport. Like, nobody consoled her. Like, it was just.
You laughing?
But and I didn't. It wasn't registering with me at the time because I'm so out of it. Like, I'm not really paying attention to everything, and it was just like a lot of stuff that happened when we first made it there. Like, it was a lot going on. Just say that.
Gotcha.
There was a lot going on.
A lot.
Like how we physically there, but our minds not there. Yeah. We didn't get that from other people.
You crying?
Everybody worried about getting back to Chicago, not worried about his mama, not worried about us consoling us and stuff. And I don't even know if Baylo made it there, but when we was all upstairs, just talking to each other. Yeah, okay, you wasn't there. All of his so-called friends, everybody was just downstairs talking about it like really loud. We was upstairs just really talking, rekindling the night. Now just imagine how we feel hearing y'all talking about like it's like normal. So it took for me to go down there to tell them, like, could y'all be quiet? Like, we don't want to hear that. Like, y'all just, like, it was a lot. It was a lot.
I can only imagine, like.
And when I found out that he passed, I was at a funeral. And I'm steady looking down on my phone. Like, I'm at a funeral. I'm steady looking down on my phone waiting for Baylo to text me back. So I'm in the funeral. I'm whispering, like, Baylo, what's going on? Like, you heard anything? And Baylo ended up telling me, like, he passed. And I'm like, what? And he gone, my Killa. And, I tried to hurry up and make it outside the doors of the funeral that I was at. and I just collapsed. Like, that's the last thing I remember
Mm-hmm.
was collapsing.